Press 3. Okay, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Wa salatu wa salamu ala ashrafil mursaleen. Sayyidina wa Habibina Maulana Muhammadin sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Wa ala alihi wa ashabihi wa barik wa sallim. Subhanaka la ilm. Let's begin the dua together inshallah. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Subhanaka la ilma lana illa ma 'allamtana. Allahumma 'allimna ma yanfa'una wa zidna 'ilma. يا مقلب القلوب ثبت قلوبنا على دينك آمين. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. كيف حالكم؟ الحمد لله. MashaAllah, beautiful start to the morning to memorize some part of the Quran. May Allah bless your journey. And the surah beautifully starts with Ar-Rahman, Allama al-Quran. Ar-Rahman, Allama, he taught al-Quran, the Quran. And now you have to also to learn the Quran, learn the recitation, learn the meaning, memorize it. Alhamdulillah. The Prophet ﷺ says, the person who doesn't have something of the Quran in his heart, it's like an abandoned house. It's like a house that has been abandoned. And we know what happens to an abandoned house, what happens to it? All the thieves come in and all the rodents come in and all the bad elements come in. This happens to an abandoned house. But when the house is filled with Quran, the house is protected, the house is illuminated. So this is the beauty of having a part of the Quran within our hearts. Alhamdulillah. Okay, Bismillah. What did we do last week? Who remembers? What did you do last week? Did you have homework to do first of all? Okay, let's start there inshallah. Take out your homework that you had to do. Take out your homework. If your homework was on page number You had homework 4.1. We finished in class last week. Did we? Yes. So homework 4.2. Let's take out 4.2 inshallah. Let's Bismillah there. 4.2. Okay, actually leave 4.2 for now. Let's go to 4.3 for now. Let's start there rather. 4.3, just straight translation inshallah. 4.3, straight translation. Number one says Siratun Mustaqimun. Let's all say it together. Siratun Mustaqimun. What does Sirat mean? A path. And Mustaqim? Straight. So Siratun Mustaqimun means what? A straight path. A straight path. Which word is being described? The word path. And which word is the description? Straight. Okay. Let's skip number 2 for now. Let's go to number 3. Al-Qur'anil Majidi. Let's read together. Al-Qur'anil Majidi. What's the word Al-Qur'an mean? The Quran. Al-Majid. Let's say the glorious. So what's the translation? The glorious Quran. Let's read number 4 together. Rahmatin wasi'atin. All together. Rahmatin wasi'atin. What's rahmah? Mercy. What's wasi'ah? Wide or vast. So what's the translation? wide mercy, but better vast mercy, or expansive mercy. Number 5. Let's read number 5 together. Ilahun wahidun. What's an ilah? Ilah is a God. And what's wahid? One. So ilahun wahidun. Ilahun wahidun means one God. Ilahun wahidun, one God.
Nazarene asked for the second your phone. Okay, just make it. There's a car blocking.
Okay. Which car is blocking?
A grey Yaris CA 8711. CA 8711.
Okay, there's a grey Yaris CA 8711. Oh, it's blocking someone. Okay. Next one. So ilahun wahidun means one God. What do we notice in terms of those examples, in terms of where is the description always? First or second? The describing word, the adjective, is it first or second? And the thing being described? First. How does that compare to English? How does English work? You know English, eh? In English you put the description first. Like you don't say a path straight. You say a straight path. You don't say the Quran glorious. You say the glorious Quran. So in English you actually describe the thing before you say what it is. It's like a strange thing also. Not strange, but I mean it's a different thing. Like if imagine if I say like the beautiful, tall, vast, generous, and then I die, then you'll never know what I was speaking about. But in Arabic, we first say the thing we're speaking about, then we add the descriptions. You can see the difference. In Arabic, we first mention the thing, like ilahun, and then we add the description. So let's read, okay, read number 6, read number 7. Let's read number 7 together. Rajulun, all together. Rajulun mu'minun. So what am I speaking about? A man. And what's the description of the man, of a man? A believing man. Rajulun mu'minun, a believing man. Let's read leave number 8. Let's go to number 9. Let's read number 9 together. Wa'dan hasanan. What's a wa'd? A promise. What's hasan? Good. So wa'dan hasanan is what? A good promise. Let's do number 10 altogether. Qur'anan Arabiyan. Altogether. Qur'anan Arabiyan. Translation? An Arabic Quran. An Arabic Quran. How much was homework? All of it? Okay, except a few. Number 11, let's read number 11 together. وَالْيَوْمِ الْمَوْعُودِ. All together? وَالْيَوْمِ الْمَوْعُودِ. What does wa mean? And. What can mean and or what can mean by? Like Wallahi doesn't mean and Allah, can mean also by Allah. So this is actually a baya. Baya. Al-yawm, what's al-yawm? The day. What's al-maw'ud? The promised. So translation? By the promised day. Okay. I'll take a pause quickly. Take a pause and we can all look at the screen together. That word there, the tall man. How do I say that in Arabic? The tall man. Ar-rajulu at-tawilu. Okay. We didn't do the names, the labels the last week, eh? No. Ar-rajulu at-tawilu. So what we learned, you're with me? What we learned is a new type of construction. What type of construction is this? Is I'm mentioning something and then I'm describing that thing. You with me? All of these examples are the same. I mention something and I add a description. It's different from mentioning something and adding news. Alright? If I add news, I say the man, and news is tall. That's news. But if I'm describing, I'm just saying the man, tall, the tall man. The news hasn't come yet. Okay, so the different construction. So out of those two words, which one is the thing being described? Ar-rajulu is being described, right? So we're going to give it a term in Arabic. That term is going to be al-mawsoof, or just mawsoof if you want. What's it called? Mawsoof. What's it called? Mawsoof. What does mawsoof actually mean? The thing being described. What does mawsoof mean? The thing being described. Okay. Then we're going to give the description, the adjective, the describing word, just a name. It's called what? Sifa. Altogether? Sifa. You can say as-sifa or just sifa. Sifa. So what does sifa mean? The describing word, the adjective, the description, any of those things. So that's all the construction is. The construction is very simple. I have something and I add a description. I have a mawsoof and I add a sifa. Okay. Can you just see that quickly? Look at it. Mawsoof, sifa. So if you look at the example that you did for homework, if you go to the first one, siratun mustaqimun, what is sirat? In terms of mawsoof or sifa, what is sirat? The mawsoof. What's mustaqim? Sifa. If I go to the next one, Al-Qur'an al-Majidi. What is Al-Qur'an? It is the altogether, it is the Mawsoof. All say together, it is the Mawsoof. What is Al-Majid? Sifa. Can you see the terms, inshallah? If I go to the next one, if I go to Rahmatin Wasi'atin, what is Rahmatin? No, Mawsoof or Sifa? We're asking that thing. Is it Mawsoof or Sifa? Mawsoof. Wasi'atin? Sifa. If I go to Ilahun Wahidun, what word is being described? Ilah is being described, so Ilah is what? Mawsoof. What is Wahidun? Sifa. Okay, so all of them are what? Mawsoof, Sifa. Mawsoof, Sifa. What does Mawsoof, Sifa mean? The thing being described, description. Thing being described, description. That's all it is. So don't get confused when we add a term now, that's just the terms we use. Okay. So how do you identify when you have a Mawsoof and a Sifa? What do you think the pattern is? Like you're reading the Quran, now you're reading Ar-Rahman, Allama al-Quran, Khalaqa al-Insan, you're reading all these words. How do you know when it's a Mawsoof, Sifa coming at you? What's going to be a pattern that you're going to see? Okay, so first of all, let's say there are going to be two words, right? Two words. In terms of meaning, the second word will be doing what? Will be describing the first word. So before I go to Jend, just in terms of meaning, the second word will be describing the first word. That's number one. So there will be two words. How do I identify a Mawsoof and Sifa? The second word will be describing the first word. What's the second clue I'm going to have? The Mawsoof and Sifa must agree in four things. In what? Jend. What does G again stands for? Gender. If the one is male, the other one will also be male. If the one is female, the other one will be female. What's encasing? Hal. What's hal mean? If the one is raf'un, the other one will be what? Raf'un. Number? Single, dual, plural. D, definiteness, definite or indefinite. That's the lesson. Just absorb it for a moment. Absorb it for a moment. What's the name of this lesson? Mawsoof and Sifa. What's the name? Mawsoof and Sifa. How do I know when I have a Mawsoof and Sifa? When I see the second word is describing the first word, and the second word will match the first word in what? In gent. That's it. That's the lesson. You got it? Let's revise a few examples here. Can we just move the projector a little bit in? Let me just move this a bit in. Okay, the first one top says Ar-Rajulu. Okay. Just quickly translate it with your partner, those two. Just translate that for a second quickly. Okay, discuss your answers. Discuss the third one also one time. Okay, let's bismillah inshallah. Is the first one Mawsoof and Sifa? Is the first one Mawsoof and Sifa? Why not? Because the second word is not matching the first word in terms of gent. Can you see the first word has a al and the second word has no al? So it can't be Mawsoof and Sifa. Actually, what type of construction is this? Something is something. Mubtada and khabar. Ar-Rajulu, the man is the focus, and khabar is the news, is tall. Just to refresh your memory, Mubtada and khabar is when the first one is definite and the second one is indefinite, and they're both in raf'un. Something is something. I know it sounds vaguely familiar, inshallah. Number two. Is number two Mawsoof and Sifa? Yes. Why? The second word is describing the first word, and do they match in gent? Yes. Is number three Mawsoof and Sifa? Why? Second word is describing the first word and they match in gent. Okay. What am I doing here? Okay, I did this already. Let's leave it for now. Okay, let's look at these two examples quickly. On the right hand side we have Muslimatun Salihatun. Translate that for me. A pious Muslim. Male or female? Female. So a pious Muslima. A pious female Muslim. And let's read on the right hand side and left hand side. The The pious Muslim. Okay. Is that Mawsoof and Sifa? Yes. Okay. Translate for me. Muslimataini salihataini. Muslimataini salihatain. Translate for me. Two pious Muslims. Male or female? Female. Muslimani salihani. Two pious Muslims. Male or female? Male or mixed group. Next one, translate for me. Muslimatun. Translation. Pious Muslims. Females. And al-Muslimina salihina. The pious Muslims. Okay. Instead of saying that the two must match in gender, I'm going to say it a bit differently. The second word must follow the first word in gender. I'm saying it a different way. I'm saying whatever the first word is, the second word must follow it. For example, on the top right hand side, is the first word raf'un? What it must do? It must also be raf'un. Is the first word indefinite or definite? Indefinite, so the second word must be indefinite. Is the first word male or female? Female, so the second word is, it must be female. Is the first word single, dual or plural? Single, so the second word is what? Single. So the second word always follows the first word. Okay. Okay, these ones are too easy. Let me just give you some serious ones rather. This is all too easy, all of these things. Maybe just do this one quickly, yeah? The one in red at the bottom. Rijalun salihuna. Translate it for me. Rijalun salihuna. Translate for me. Pious men. Because rijal means what? Men. It's a plural of rajul. Rajul means a man, so rijal means men. And salihuna means what? Pious. Rijal is in which hal? Raf'un. So salihuna is in what? Raf'un. Is rijal single, dual or plural? Plural. And salihuna? Plural. The ones are broken plural and the ones are sound plural. So it doesn't matter what type of plural, it must just be both be plurals. Okay, those are too easy. Let's go to a nice difficult one. Translate that for me. Okay, Nasara Rajul Binta, translate. The man helped the girl. What type of sentence is that? A jumlatul fi'liya. Why is the word rajul in raf'un? Why is the word rajul in raf'un? It's a doer. It's doing the action. Who helped? The man helps. Why is the binta in nasbun? Because done upon. Okay. Now I'm going to add a description to the man and description to the girl. Let's read it first. Nasara ar-rajulu al-tawilu al-binta as-saghirata. Okay, translate inshallah with your partner. And identify all the grammar stuff there. Identify all the grammar stuff. Identify the fa'il, identify the maf'ul, identify the sifa, identify the mawsoof. 4 things identify. Fa'il, maf'ul, sifa, mawsoof. Bismillah. Okay, that's fine. You all agree it's the tall man that helped the small man. I mean the small girl. Now all I'm going to do is I'm just going to go through the labels. Just to make sure you understand the labels. So nasara is what? Helped is the verb. So who helped? Where's the fa'il? Where's the doer? We look Eli, end, left, in. Where's the doer? Left. So you all agree with me, the man is the, ar-rajulu is the fa'il. He is doing the action. Okay. What's the function? Okay, who is he helping? In all of those words, which one is the done upon? The girl. Al-bin ta. So you all agree with me, the girl is being helped. Okay. Next thing. What is at-tawil doing in the sentence? It's describing what? The man. So which of these two words are the thing being described? The man is being described. You agree with me? What do you call in Arabic the thing being described again? What's the thing being described? So the man is also the Mawsoof. What is the description? At-tawil is what? Can you say at-tawil is the Sifa? Now just pause for a moment here. Pause for a moment. Can you see that ar-rajulu is in raf'un? Why? Ar-rajulu is in raf'un. Why? Because it's the doer. And the doer is always in what? Raf'un. Because the doer is in raf'un, what must the sifa do? It must be a follower. You understand why? It must be a follower. So therefore, ar-rajulu, it can't be ar-rajulu at-tawila, because it doesn't match. The second one must follow the first one. Okay, let's look at the words in green. Al-binta as-saghirata. Which of those two are being described? Al-binta is the what? The Mawsoof. It's being described. What is the description for al-binta? As-saghirata. What do you call that? What do you call the description again? Sifa. So that word is describing al-binta. Can you see al-binta is in which hal? Is nasbun. So the second word must also be nasbun. Al-binta is male or female? Female. So I can't say al-binta as-saghira. As-saghira is male. It must become a female. Al-binta is definite, so this must also be definite. Al-binta is single, so it must be single. So you see what I mean? The second word will always follow the first word. The first word, where does the first word get its hal? Depending if it's fa'il, depending if it's maf'ul, depending on some other reason why. So the Mawsoof, there's no fixed hal for Mawsoof. Mawsoof just means the thing being described. But we have to get the hal from somewhere else. The second word is always going to follow the first word. Okay. So that's basically how it works. Can you see how the sentence are going to be expanding now? Every time we add it, we put it back into the original ones. Bismillah. Translation. Al-waladu talibun. Translation. What's a talib? A student. Translation. The boy is a student. What type of sentence is that? Jumla ismiya, jumla, is that the sentence? The boy is a student. Is that a sentence? What type of sentence? Jumlatul ismiya. Jumlatul ismiya. What are the two parts of jumlatul ismiya? Mubtada, the thing I'm beginning with, and khabar. Mubtada is the focus, al-walad is the focus. Give me news about the boy. Give me news about the boy. What about the boy? The boy is a student. Okay. Bismillah, translate. With your partners, inshallah. Translate and add the labels. The tall student is a boy. The boy is a tall student. Add the labels with your partners. I want 3 labels, 4 labels. I want Mubtada, Khabar, Mawsoof, Sifa. You must add 4 labels there. Mubtada, Khabar, Mawsoof, Sifa. Add those 4 labels. Discuss your labels. The answers are there. Discuss your labels. Discuss your labels. Okay, let's go to the answer quickly. So the sentence is 3 words. Al-waladu at-tawilu talibun. Al-waladu at-tawilu talibun. So what does al-walad mean? The boy. So al-walad is going to be what? It's going to be the thing I'm starting with. The focus of the sentence. Now give me news about it. Is the news that the boy is tall or the boy is a student? What's the news about it? That the boy is a student. The boy is a student. Al-waladu tawilan. What is, so al-waladu talibun. What is, so that's mubtada and that's khabar. Focus and news. What is tawil doing in the sentence? Describing walad. So what word is being described? Al-walad. What do you call the thing being described? Mawsoof. So we can say walad is the mawsoof also. It's mubtada and it's also the mawsoof. What do you call at-tawil? It is the describing word. It's called sifa. So it's describing that, so it's following that. So al-waladu at-tawilu translates as what? Al-waladu at-tawilu. How do you translate those 2 words? The tall boy. What about the tall boy? Is a student. The tall boy is a student. If you're struggling with a label, I know there are a lot of labels now because you have mubtada, khabar, sifa, mawsoof, fa'il, maf'ulun bi. You have 6 labels in your mind. Just think quickly, you have 6? You have fa'il, maf'ul. What does fa'il mean? Doer. What does maf'ulun bi mean? Done upon. That's jumlatul fi'liya. Then you have mubtada, khabar. What does mubtada mean? The focus of the sentence. What does khabar mean? The news about the focus. In other words, when you think of mubtada khabar, always think something is something. And the last 2 you have now, what is what? Mawsoof and sifa. What is mawsoof and sifa? The thing being, what's mawsoof? The thing being described. What is sifa? The description. So again, I'm going to repeat. You don't have to drop out if you get confused about the labels. You can still come to class. Even if you get confused, is it mubtada or is it maf'ul or is it mawsoof? Because all memes. Not the memes now, you get confused now if it's mawsoof. It's fine. All we're giving you is the tools for translation. We're giving you what? The tools for translation. So you can try the labels, but the main thing is the focus is on the translation. Can you translate it? So if you open your textbook, exercise 4.4. 4.4 on page 37. That has no page number. 4.4. You find 4.4? Let's look at the instructions. It says what on top there? It says what on top there? It says what? Translate the. You must add some labels. How many labels are there? What's the first label? Indicate the fa'il. What's the fa'il again? Doer. You put a fa there if you see fa'il. Then indicate what? The maf'ulun bihi. You put the mim baha for maf'ulun bihi. Then indicate what? The mubtada with the mim and the kha for khabar, sad for sifa, and mim sad for mawsoof. So there's 6 labels. First of all, in your groups now, you're going to try to do all the translation from 1 to 10 first of all. First translation. Or as you go, you can do translation and labels. So you must do 2 things. From 1 to 10, translate. And number 2, add the label. So in your groups of 4 or 5, make a group inshallah. And start on exercise 4.4. Tutors, you can assist. Check their work. Make sure they're understanding it. Translation and add the labels.